Richmond, North Yorkshire, is the gateway to the Yorkshire Dales. It's a beautiful place. In fact, it's one of the most attractive market towns in England. But in recent years, and for some time past, along with other market towns in England, its business community has had a problem. There's been a time of unattractive shop fronts, of empty first floors, of neglected buildings. It is of great comfort, though, to know that here in Richmond there are people driving ahead with change. There are motivated people, and here in Richmond the Richmond Heritage Partnership Scheme has been making great strides towards returning the town to its former glory. I hope you are going to find some similarities between the situation in Richmond and your own market town, and that you will find some things in this film that are a little inspirational or perhaps a catalyst to set about change in your own situation.
I am the spy before the play.
It's a depressingly familiar sight in many market towns. These signs can adorn the fronts of buildings for years. Richmond has had its fair share of stagnation, but now it's doing something about it. Grants totalling £730,000 will be handed out in the next 2.5 years, rising to over £2 million with private sector cash. But it's not just about money and economic prosperity. It's also about giving Richmond a makeover.
The project, it really does four things. It's an innovative heritage-led regeneration project. We're looking at redundant first floors, empty spaces. We're looking at inappropriate shop fronts. We're looking at restoring commercial buildings, and we're looking at public realm improvements. As town manager, I'm responsible for the development and delivery along with a team of others. I chair the panel that looks at requests for assistance, and I'm responsible for the day-to-day operation of the project. We commissioned a study from Genicon with the help of Yorkshire Forward, and the conclusions of that study was that there was market failure, that owners really had no incentive to develop upper floors. There were also access issues, and that if the public sector were to intervene with some grants, we could actually get these redundant first floors back into use.
I think part of the problem was that a lot of the heritage value was being lost from the town centre. The town was originally set out in the medieval burgage plots, and then the buildings were refaced in the 18th century with Georgian facades, and that was now being lost with the Victorian interventions that had been made in the 19th century and with later sort of modern additions. I think in a sense that the marketplace has been defaced, and I think it was important to get back to what is considered to be important and what is the heritage value.
The council basically did all of the business planning for the project, and it acts as an accountable body, so it handles all of the finance, and we do a lot of the technical side of the project. And we've had 19 projects approved, and we've nearly spent all of the grant money that we've got to take us up until March 2008. And all of the funders are really pleased with it. So we've got English Heritage have already signed up to a third year for the scheme, as have Yorkshire Forward.
We do work with a variety of projects that are very similar, but I mean the main difference with this one is we've been able to work very closely with heritage-led funding, which traditionally is actually quite difficult for economic development, regeneration-led projects. And what this has enabled us to do is work very closely with English Heritage on a scheme that not only provides very noticeable heritage benefits to the town, but also provides very good economic benefits as well. I think one of the key things that you can make economic development and heritage work. It is possible as long as you've got the right location and the right setting.
The City Secret was founded in 2000, and we now employ around 40 people. We found that the staff appreciate the location. A small rural town really attracts good quality staff here. We found that we can go out to lunch. There's a good range of shops, restaurants and pubs, and we get to go to great locations. The majority of our clients are based in big city locations, so typically London. We find that most of our clients don't even notice that we're located away from London.
The Heritage Partnership Scheme is critical in giving Richmond the opportunity to attract inward investment, to create employment, to boost tourism, to help the business community and to attract people to live in this area.